Where in the world is Maggie McDaniel?
Lo and behold, here she is.
Good morning, gentlemen.
Good
How
morning
are you?
to you, Maggie. So much going on in a part of the world that you are very familiar with, and we're hoping to have a friend of yours on the phone with us
We're
to
working
talk
on it
about
right
it.
as we speak.
And so, good morning to you. How are you this
I
morning?
am doing wonderful, actually, getting ready to go on pilgrimage with Father Chris Mileski from Shelby, Ohio, and some of his parishioners. We're heading to France.
Oh, you're heading to France.
Yes.
Well, tell us about that. As
So,
we'll
we're
just let our listeners know we're trying to get Riz on the phone in the Holy Land to give us an update of what the experience is there right now. But tell us about this upcoming pilgrimage. You're getting ready to leave when?
Tonight.
Tonight?
Yeah. Well, actually, this afternoon. The flight will leave this evening, and we're going to start in Lyon, visit there. We're going to go to Paray-le-Monial, where St. Mary Margaret Alacoque in the Sacred Heart. I'm very excited for that. I have yet to be there. I think Father Mileski has been.
You're going to a place that you haven't been.
Well, that's the exciting thing.
Now, that doesn't happen
a
lot with you, right?
Well, sometimes, it does, but it is exciting. One, to revisit places because you get a better understanding the second, third, fourth time around. But first time, it's always exciting.
Yeah.
Yes. And then from there, we'll head up. We'll do the northern part. We're going to do Mont Saint-Michel. St. Michael appeared. We're going to do the Normandy beaches, the American Cemetery, St. Therese of Lisieux, St. Joan of Arc, and then we'll end in Paris. And, of course, you got the Miraculous Meadow. You got St. Vincent de Paul, of course, Notre Dame, Sacré-Cœur.
And
so it'll be
there's an
exciting.
Incorruptible in Paris. No?
Well, I'm not sure if St. Vincent de Paul is or not, or
female.
if he's a wax.
I thought there was a female. Maybe it's a waxed a saint. Who's the saint associated with the miraculous? Maybe I'm just thinking of the saint associated with the miraculous medal.
St. Catherine Laboureux.
Is she in Paris?
She is.
Her body? Okay,
yes.
It's probably just her
we'll
body.
go there as well. Yes,
That's
absolutely,
probably the one I'm
absolutely.
thinking of.
Yeah, so I'm excited for that.
Yeah, there you go. It sounds like we may have activity on the phone, but sounds like Sean is still putting that together with Riz.
I think he's negotiating with the international operator right now.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, we're going to have...
Now, have you spoken to Riz lately?
Well, actually, this morning I've been conversing, texting back and forth, just checking on him, making sure he's okay and whatnot. And, of course, where they're located, they are safe, but, they can hear what's going on.
And he's in Bethlehem, right?
He lives in Bethlehem, yes, with his family. And he's one of the few Christian families that are still left in Bethlehem. So we're grateful for his perseverance and his family's perseverance, because the Christian population just continues to decrease, especially it did a little bit during COVID with no help, but then again with the war from Gaza, which was longer. But they are hoping that with this war that it will not last long, and then bring them continued long-lasting peace.
I think we may have him with us, right, Ron? Riz, are you there?
I don't see him yet, no.
Nope.
Let's see. Maybe I can hear him. Hello, Riz. No, Rizek has not logged in yet. He's probably trying to do that right now.
I'm trying to get Riz on the line, but the significance here is he's in Bethlehem.
Yes.
Obviously, this is associated with the attack on Iran and those counterattacks that are happening, particularly in the Holy Land. So we're seeing some destruction throughout that region. And some of those missiles and things that Iran is sending to various parts of the country, various parts of that region, have landed back in the Holy Land and done some destruction.
Yes, it has. It has. But thanks be to God, they are safe. And they said, they'll hear the sirens go off.
Right.
And he does not have a bomb shelter where he lives, and a lot of them in Bethlehem or Palestine do not. But they go to the safest place they can, the stairwells or whatever, and where there's more structure for the building. But when I talked to him this morning, he was cooking for his family, and he said just trying to, especially with children and young children, you just try and live the normal as life as you can.
Right.
But you still have to just make sure that you keep them safe, and they understand the reality of the situation as well. It's, you can't hide it from them.
Right. And what we're praying for, obviously, at this point in time is expediency. We want this to end as quickly as possible, for as least amount of destruction to happen as possible at this point forward in Iran, and any of those counterattacks to be as causing the least amount of damage as possible, particularly to civilian life and all of those things that happen, maybe not as targets of war, but certainly as
casualties of war. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. But they're doing the best they can, and they are hoping that Well, when we were there in January, they said they had a feeling that something would be coming up in the next few months with Iran.
Really?
And honestly, they want it over.
Right,
They want peace, and they feel that unfortunately, this has to happen. I think to get peace, because obviously there was no diplomacy going to happen,
Right.
And it hasn't happened ever since this. They've been in power in Iran, but. Yeah, we're just praying for them, and I'm not sure if we were able to get him yet, Ron, or not.
No, he has not been able to log in yet. There's, I would imagine communication is a bit spotty. I would imagine.
Yeah, probably is. Yeah. But anyways, yeah. So just please keep all of our friends in the Holy Land in your prayer, and we do have things coming up. I had an email this morning actually from the people that we work with. Who they live in Jerusalem, their families from the old city, and they're like, just be patient.
Right.
We're used to this. We're hoping in the next few weeks or month things will calm down and have lasting peace. So we're very confident that our September group will go and our groups next year will go, and hopefully everything will be fine.
Yeah, and we're praying. Obviously, our Holy Father has been engaged in this conversation. We've seen Archbishop Coakley, of the president of the USCCB, following the Holy Father and quoting the Holy Father, just praying that there would be a continuation of dialogue and that peace would be sought at this point, that violence, the cessation of violence would come about. But, look, we are where we are at this point, and so what we can do as followers of Christ, what we can do, and I think about it. I think about the people in the Holy Land. I think about the people in that region, and I just want comfort and peace for all of them. Those who are under oppressive regimes like Iran, the people of Iran don't deserve that, obviously. They want freedom. I want that for them. I don't want any further violence visited upon them or anyone in the region. Where you and I differ, Maggie, is them.
Yeah.
That has to be so different. When I think about all the wonderful people over there made in the image and likeness of God, I hear Riz now. And when I think about all the people there, I think about a people. You think about actual persons that you know.
Yes.
And one of them is on the line with us right now. Good morning, Riz.
Can you hear us?
Good morning, Ron.
Well, hello there.
Yeah, good morning.
Glad to have you connected. I know communication can be a little bit spotty, so glad you could join us here at the last minute.
You're on the air with us. Maggie's with us as well. Good morning.
Good morning, Riz. Thank you for being here, and even with the difficulty that's going on right now. Tell us a little bit about what you can, about what your experience as a family and as a Christian in Bethlehem.
Yesterday we celebrated Mass, which is good. We went to churches. Churches were full of people. I know that there is a war and there's a threatening, but I can say on the ground it is safer. We feel safer than what you see in the news. But for sure, there is rockets. There is war. There is people killed. Yesterday, 9 people were killed in Beit Shemesh. So, but I can say that situation is under control. People are calm. There is no schools, no work, children at home. It's much better for us to keep them home because, we feel safe here when they are around us. Probably this will take 1 or 2 weeks, and then after that, hopefully everyone believes it might be like final war in the Middle East, and then we will start having better situation and peace, like real peace in the Middle East.
Mm-hmm.
But I can say that in general, or like the local Christian situation, I'm not gonna say it's so good, but it is like we are in this war since 2 years. Nothing changed. Not even for better or for worse. We are in the same level. I'm sure that, you know that Bethlehem is a little bit far from fire. It is not under fire. Most of rockets will be like in northern Israel. Again, as I mentioned before, I like as a local Christian, I can say that we feel the same again on the ground. it is safer than what you see on the news.
Well, know that we're praying for you. I wish we had a little more time to talk about it, but we're going to come up to the end of the hour break here. Riz, you are in our prayers. All of those around you are in our prayers for your safety and for a quick cessation to the end of this violence.
Yeah, prayers with you, Riz, and thank you for checking in with us, and glad to hear that you're safe, and in your area it's safe as well.
Thanks, Riz. God bless.
Thank you, Maggie. Thank you, Ron. Please. Thank you.
We continue to pray, and boy, it's great that he could join us this morning. Thank you,
Yeah,
Maggie.
even though it was for
Appreciate
just
that.
a short minute, it was good to hear his voice.
Yeah, and we know connectivity over there right now is very difficult given all that's going on, but to hear a voice from that part of the world and to put that together, that's what we're praying for.
Yes,
Peace,
absolutely.
and exactly what he said, a turn that is permanent, at least for a while.
Yes.
That's what we're looking for.
God bless, guys.